So I work for Oliasoft, but today I represent two Norwegian companies, Oliasoft and FutureOn. So I'll start off by giving you a brief introduction to the two companies. I'm going to present our technology, and then I'll proceed to show how the two companies collaborate through modern API-based software. So, hang on. There we go. It shifted now, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
You're on the next slide, Thomas.
Great, thank you. Okay, so Oliasoft was established by drilling engineers back in 2015 to develop a complete and fully integrated drilling software based on the latest science using modern software development principles. Another motivation was also to make a much more user-friendly software than what was and actually still is available in the market. So we enable rapid cloud-based digitalization of the well design and drilling operations that are hard to achieve with competing offerings in the market. And together with our development partners, Oliasoft represents the largest and most efficient supplier of drilling software in the oil and gas industry today. So our software delivers a complete functionality in one. It gives you the opportunity to have integrated workflow. It is extensible and scalable, and it makes digitalization possible. So the founders of FutureOn draw upon a rich 20-year-old history from exhibition with the offshore energy industry. The concept that animated the development of FutureOn's digital platform was the collaboration and planning needed a visual open data platform. The launch of Field App was followed quickly by the awareness that such a platform needed to become open to a much wider group of engineers and scientists, namely geoscience staff, reservoir engineers, drilling engineers, and the entire field development team. Thus, the work that has become Field Twin began in 2018, and significant investment and market update in 2020 fueled the growth in FutureOn and expansion of the integrations between Field Twin and third-party applications. So Oliasoft being one of the foremost partners. Okay, so what is really Oliasoft Well Design? Well, it's a complete cloud-based well-designed software. It can be used anywhere at any time. You could use it in the office, at home, in your bedroom, in a hotel room, or at the beach, as long as you've got internet access. It can also be used on any platform, on a PC, a Mac, an iPad, or a mobile phone. It is a modern, intuitive, user-friendly, and effective software. You could share data with colleagues or partners instantly in the cloud, and you could automate the well design process. Okay, so this ladder, it shows all the steps, all the way up to autonomous drilling. Now, most companies are currently, unfortunately, still on the base floor to the far left, using legacy well-designed software that, as a consequence of the way it was developed, forms an unwanted ceiling. You can't get any further. Truly digitizing the drilling industry means having the opportunity to move upwards on this step ladder. So you see the first step here allows you to work in integrated workflows on a complete tool set. You can move on and perform automatic well design based on internal or external rules and regulations, ensuring a safe and cost-efficient operation. You could integrate third-party services and workflows, such as the collaboration with Field Twin. And utilizing digital twins, such as live monitoring and instant update of the drilling plan, all these steps are necessary to reach if your ultimate target is autonomous drilling. Okay, we like this little slide here with a daisy chain because it kind of shows the individual modules, and it also shows that they all hang together. So these are the modules in Oliasoft Well Design. Incorporating state-of-the-art science and technology, you could develop your well planning with powerful and modern tools. It is cloud-based, which means you can collaborate, share inputs, data sets, and results. You can generate automatic designs through rule-based engineering, and I'm going to come back to that a little bit later in the presentation. And you can build your own library, whether it's generic or company-specific. You have an integrated workflow implementing updates across the calculation chain, and this is enabled through seamless communication between all of these modules. You could change any of these modules. You could change the trajectory, and the rest of the modules will be updated. You could change the angle of the trajectory design, and the blowout and kill simulations will be updated by the click of one button. Or alternatively, you could change the casing design because of the kill simulations, and you will get new kick tolerance and casing parameters. So Oliasoft Well Design offers a fully integrated cloud software for well design, covering all well design requirements in the NORSOC DO10. I'm going to briefly give you an introduction to each of the individual modules. So we have a full trajectory modeling engine that contains all variations of lines, DLS methods, tool-phase methods, and build-to-target algorithms. Our anti-collision module is capable of using IBM files for custom error models. It contains MWD models, gyro models, and continuous gyro. And the advanced API capabilities allows automated monitoring of real-time operation. And we have, which Field Twin is a great example of, successfully connected this module to external third-party software solutions. We have a casing and tubing design module, and the advanced triaxial stress analysis engine is capable of handling point loads, anisotropy, and asymmetry. We have an advanced finite volume thermal simulator capable of simulating any well configuration and fluid movement, including temperature development in all annuli, cement, and formations. It includes advanced features such as full support for liquid CO2 and various PVT fluids. And based on simulated temperatures, annular pressure buildup and annular fluid expansion can be simulated with a range of mitigation effects. And our integrated state-of-the-art PVT module is capable of calculating fluid properties of any hydrocarbon mixture. So the drilling and mechanics module contains torque and drag, hydraulic surge and swap. So for torque and drag, soft and hybrid string analysis is available to predict loads. Our hydraulics and surge and swap module can model fluids with any rheology profile in any well configuration. It takes into consideration pipe eccentricity, rotation, and cuttings transport, and handles EZD estimation from circulation. And the infrastructure allows multiple simulations to be calculated simultaneously and plotted together. And it calculates the forces along the entire drill string while in motion with powerful visualizations. The user can view forces at any time in the operation. So finally, the blowout and kill module. So basically, this is my baby. This is where I come from drilling and well control. We have a blowout model that uses probabilistic methodology based on industry guidelines for calculation of blowout rates, including uncertainties from any input parameter. So I know from experience that it can be very difficult to know the exact permeability, the net pay, or the pressure of the reservoir you're trying to model. The kill module is capable of simulating a wide range of dynamic kill scenarios. And the improved infrastructure allows new advanced features such as parallelization, where users can perform multiple simulations simultaneously. What we're thinking of here is you could get a matrix of simulations looking at different mud weights and different pumping rates at the same time. Okay, so as I said, I was going to come back to automated casing design. So we call this slide Automated Casing Design in 1 minute. So if we look at these points here, and we've got the FutureOn logo up here. So Oliasoft trajectory module is placing wells based on targets given. So the wells are designed based on parameters such as kickoff depth or DLS limitation. And these targets may be given by Field Twin in Field Twin's user interface. A company and field-specific rule set has been defined. Now we select the desired rule set for automatic well design and move on to this point. So we now, just by the click of one button, perform automatic casing design of the specific well. And finally, we can now review the automatic design options, select and optimize if required. And I just wanted to show you the app. So we have a movie which basically shows the whole process of automatic well design. So targets are communicated, and then well paths are automatically made, as you will see from the video here. We've got the targets, and now we create the well paths. We got the formation, temperature, the lithology, the core pressure curves for the specific field. And we have upfront created a demo. We call it a demo. It's a rule set for this specific company and this specific field. So now we look into this rule set. We have defined setting depth, load cases, and string properties for the casing that we have decided to use for that particular field. So the next step now is to go into the automatic design, and we're now literally designing a casing program in minutes. So now we could review and select the design that the software has recommended for us. And we could check that all the safety factors are fulfilled. We could check burst and collapse, triaxial analysis, and see that we are in good shape. So we have now effectively made a trajectory and casing design, ensuring that the company internal rule sets have been adhered to. It is effective. It saves time and money, and last but not least, it is safe and enhances the QA process dramatically. Okay, so this cogwheel slide visualizes the synergies between FutureOn communicating both targets and surface properties to well design. So as we see here, Field Twin works as the cogwheel in the middle, tying the subsurface targets with the surface model and using Oliasoft as an important calculator to accomplish this. We have surface parameters such as pipelines, platform, templates, and we have the subsurface model that provides the desired targets of the wells. So Field Twin uses this to send surface location and subsurface targets to Oliasoft's trajectory module, which then returns the well paths. Keeping the targets fixed, you may adjust the surface locations, which will then result in an instant update of the well paths in Oliasoft's trajectory engine. Okay, so what is the collaborative digital twin strategy of FutureOn? Well, FutureOn has long held a corporate philosophy that the digital platforms will be successful only if they are open and have broad, robust APIs for the exchange of data and integration of third-party technology. FutureOn is not an engineering company, but want to enable partners to be even more successful by using the Field Twin platform for mutual clients. So as you see here from the slide, the Field Twin can collaborate with data integration, data storage and data lakes. It can integrate with data analytics with engineering software and tools such as Oliasoft and partner ecosystems, all through open APIs. So this slide shows FutureOn's positioning, focusing on the seabed, collaboratively forming that bridge between the subsurface and surface, connecting with Oliasoft in the well design and well planning concept phase. You see here. I'm going to show you a short video now that really visualizes Field Twin's capabilities very well. So the newly released Field Twin design provides a complete 3D representation of the field. Data from third-party mapping services are simultaneously viewed alongside project-specific subsurface and subsea data. And the functionality for deploying and configuring the surface layout is easy and intuitive. The modern user interface layout is completely adjustable for each user so that it fits the way they want to see their field data so that their decisions can be quickly made. You will see it towards the end of the video. The well paths beneath the seafloor will be displayed and thus illustrate the power of providing a visual, collaborative workspace for all project participants to confirm their assumptions and share their contributions. So with the new digital twin, you get more performance with a new 3D engine. You could work in the 3D environment, ingest more data for more complex field design. You got enhanced features, which increases efficiencies, and you've got customizable layouts and personalized user interface. Okay, so we're approaching the end there. So just to summarize, Field Twin is a rapid visual integrator for field development planning. Well trajectories are constructed by the Oliasoft engine based on given targets. And as I showed you, if you change the surface location and keep the targets fixed, you will get an immediate and instant update of the well path. And continued well design can now be performed in the Oliasoft well design software. So basically that was it. Are there any questions?
Yeah, hi Thomas. We are just checking on the chat. There is no questions on the chat. Does anybody have a question? Anyone from the audience or any speakers? Any of the speakers? Because I actually have a question, Thomas.
Yes. Yes.
There was a presentation earlier today on, I think it was maybe in a different session, about other companies also have these sort of drilling engineering tools, planning and design tools for drilling and wells. So what is really the biggest thing that sets your software apart?
Okay, that's a great question that I'm happy that you asked it, because our software is fully digital, it is fully browser-based, and it is in the cloud, which means that we have the opportunity to really throw ourselves around quickly. We get feedback from companies using it, which they want to change things, perhaps. And we're talking a matter of days as opposed to a matter of weeks of updating our software. All the user then needs to do is refresh his or her browser, and the new software version is updated. We also have the opportunity to give instant customer support. If they have any questions, we could go into the data set that they are working on and see it live. And as I also mentioned in the presentation, this is also one of the biggest advantages, that you can actually, several people in the drilling team can work on the project simultaneously, and you could instantly see what is being done, and as long as when it's saved, you get update on your own PC. And I also think that one of the really big strengths is the user intuitivity, because I mentioned initially that it was formed by drilling engineers, but it was also formed by people with long experience from computer game industry. So they know what proper user-friendly software should look like.
Thanks, Thomas. Thank you very much. So it should be fun then, because playing computer games is fun. So it'll be good to use the software. You don't feel like you're at work, you're playing a video game.
That is true, because we think that people, when a software is more user-friendly, they will use it more and they will become more competent.
Okay, so I know that we also have Subha. She's from FutureOn. So I just wanted to quickly introduce Subha Rorman to the audience, because Thomas did talk about the partnership between Oliasoft and FutureOn. So Subha is also on the call in this meeting, and Subha is the Vice President for Asia Pacific, India, and China for FutureOn, and she's been in the industry for more than 20 years, having worked for companies like BP, Shell, Total, Halliburton, Schlumberger, and now with FutureOn. Currently, she's based in Perth, Australia, but she's lived in different countries all over the world. So, Subha, just to introduce you to the audience, and I have a question for you, that how did or why did Oliasoft choose FutureOn to partner with? Why not any other company?
Oh, well, that's probably one for Thomas, as you asked why Oliasoft chose FutureOn. From our perspective, what we see with Oliasoft is a technology that's based on that same open API protocol. So, you asked the question about what was so different about the Oliasoft software. It's very similar to a foundation stone of FutureOn, which is that they believe in the integration and a kind of seamless data management. So when you go from one module to another in Oliasoft, in the background, the data is accessible. So traditional drilling software is very siloed. You have to basically move the data manually from one application to another, because it's the old way of working with applications. So Oliasoft have this underlying data management structure, which allows you seamlessly to pick up the data from a previous function and then use it at another part of the workflow. And that's exactly what we do with FutureOn, but on a bigger scale. During the whole field development process, we just have this digital thread, this platform that allows you to make this a digital twin. And so, because conceptually the two companies were very aligned in their belief that data should be open, should be accessible. That's part of the synergy. That's why we work so well together.
Thank you.